Hey guys, I know it's been a long time, and I know you guys have been chomping at the bit for us to make another drift mine video. So now if you guys are new to my channel, this is the legendary drift mine, Slim's drift mine. And this is where not ounces, but pounds of gold have been recovered in these sedimentary layers down here, about 40 feet underground. And we've dug out over 120 metric tons of material just to get down here. And the gold is the stuff dreams are made of. And this is our working face. Now for the rest of you folks out there that have been following me, you know that we use hammer drills down here all the time. That's a no-brainer. But lately we've been using large drills to cut through this clay. It's so much faster. And that's what they look like. I can cut about 3 feet in about 20 minutes. You can see where we've cut in about 3.5 feet into this clay seam. And it's shrinking, of course, as it dries, releasing a whole bunch of moisture and humidity down here. It'll definitely test your metal. I got a bench right here that's left behind after we drilled. So I'm gonna have to go in with hammer drills and cut this out and then continue to muck it down to the cemented caliche beds, because that's where all the gold and super big nuggets, and if we're lucky, we'll find some 5 ounces, because we've been finding 1 and 2 ounces down here. All right, it's all yours, sweetie. That's what those little riffles are for.
No.
Is that it?
No.
Wow!
Oh my God!
That's one of the biggest slugs of gold I've ever seen. Good job. High five, sweetie.
Oh my God!
Nice.
This is so beautiful.
But, sweetie, you know you have to give it away, right?
This one?
Yeah. Well, everything that comes out of this mine goes to our premium patrons. You know that. But my wife swears that the 5 ounces are back here, so we're gonna check that out. Now again, for you new folks out there that don't know that much about this drift mine, we started digging this back in 2016, and we've been digging non-stop since then. And we found a lot of interesting fossils, caves, and even some prehistoric worms. Now I know a lot of people are gonna argue with me, but we have found weird worm-like creatures that are living below this 4 to 5 foot cemented caliche bed. And that, unfortunately, is where the majority of all the gold is being found. And I got weird spiders down there too. But you can see the red clay down there at the very bottom. And it smells bad too, like bacteria. But we've drilled that and it goes down a good 5-6 feet and doesn't stop. And there's water down there. Now we've recently encountered some pay streaks down there that are extremely rich. And we'll be digging in that today too. But I want to advance that drift as far as I can, because I want to do some metal detecting for some gold nuggets. And while we're on the subject of gold nuggets, for you new folks out there, all the gold that comes out of this drift mine we give away. And I'm going to tell you how that works at the very end of the video. Now I get asked a lot of times if this is a hard rock mine. No, it's actually a paleoplacer mine. These are very ancient river gravels down here on cemented caliche beds. And our job is to find the highest concentration of gold nuggets that have eroded out of the mountains in the Lode deposits millions of years ago. But right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back there and muck out all that loose material. Then we'll use the bigger hammer drills and cut out that bench so we can get down to where the gold is. Now, if you guys got any questions out there about our operation and how it works, or mining terms in general, go ahead and leave us a comment down below, and we'll go ahead and answer that as quick as we can. All right, enough jaw jacking. I'm gonna get in here and muck this out. I'm gonna give you some time lapse so you don't get bored to tears watching me dig. And of course, you're gonna get your favorite type of music. Do that about 10,000 times just to drive this thing forward about 10 feet. And then we'll cut this bench out with the hammer drills. I'll show you what that looks like. And then we'll do some metal detect to see if we can find some gold. On a quick side note, we've had a lot of people ask us about the mine car that we use down here. Yeah, we went ahead and built that ourselves and brought it down here piece by piece. Now, if you guys want to see how I did that so you can build your own, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link right there. That way you can go ahead and watch that and you'll see how we built it. And of course, the big question is where did you get your wheels? Answers all that in the video. Now, another question I get asked all the time is, where did you get the track to put in your mine for your mine cart? Well, we went online and we found steel and aluminum track that they use on live steamers. And in case you don't know what a live steamer is, those are miniature trains. They're identical to a full-size steam train, but just shrunken down. Now, we went with steel instead of aluminum because the steel can handle much more weight, probably more weight than we'll ever put on it. And if you're gonna start your own mine up, I would definitely be using live steamer track for that. It's perfect, and it's cheap. It comes in 10-foot strips. Look at all that beautiful red clay. Nothing up here. No. But down here, sitting on top of the cemented caliche beds, that's where your gold's at. And when I say cemented caliche beds, it's like concrete. You literally have to drill and blast to get through it. And I'm sitting on 5 feet of this caliche bed, and underneath it, gobs and gobs of gold. And we'll probably sink another shaft as we get back further and then connect the two. Make sense? Now we're gonna go ahead and take hammer drill and then knock this out, and then we'll see what's down there, because that is where all the gold is. Real quick, I wanted you to see the roots. See the roots down here? They can grow down to 100 feet underground. Look at that, they're everywhere down here. Now we like running 2 different types of jackhammers down here. We use the extreme power that you can find online. These are cheap but very effective, and they last quite a long time for their price, and they got a lot of punch to them. This is for going through that really hard material where the gold is at on those cemented caliche beds. And then for general digging, we got this Hercules here that we use a lot. It works pretty good, and you can get them at Harbor Freight relatively cheap. And if you get the extended warranty on them, you can trade them in all year long and get new ones. We've gone through like 50 of these things. And look at this, I barely put a dent in it, and I've been down here for 3 hours working this straight. Ooh, I'm gonna be down here all night just to punch down to get to the pay layer. And this is the weak stuff. Look at that. This is one of the thin beds that you can see here in the strata that I have to go through to get down to the pay layer. So now I gotta bring in the bigger jackhammer to get through these layers to get down to the bottom. So chances are I'm gonna be here all night trying to get through this stuff, and then of course I gotta muck it out. Tell you what, this will definitely test your metal. And I'm curious about that sump. Ooh, I wanna drop that sump too, but it's like 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other. Which one do you do? I'm getting good gold out of here, but the monster nuggets are here. Huh? Which one do you do? Go ahead and leave me a comment down below and tell me what you would do. But I know that the 5 ounces are down here. This sure does beat sitting on the couch getting fat and eating chips, don't it? Like I always say, who needs a gym? Just be a gold miner. I tell you what, this kind of work will test your metal. And look, I still got another third to go down, but I want you to see how much work it takes just to get a little bit of material out. And the thing that most people don't realize is that when you cut material out like this, it actually expands by about 30%. So it might look like a small chunk of material that I started with on my bench, but add 30 to 33% to that, and that is the actual volume that comes out of here. And for those of you that are new to my channel, some of the biggest gold nuggets I've ever seen come out of this drift is coming out of this drift that we're working now, which I refer to as my wife's drift, Leela's drift.
Oh yeah!
We gave that nugget away, plus many others like that, along with bags and bags of pay dirt from the sump. All the gold that's coming out of that drift mine goes directly to our premium patrons. Our way of saying thank you for helping us keep the dream alive. Because they help support us. And by doing so, we can continue to dig, build infrastructure, and continue mining. Plus, at the end of the month, we're giving away a brand new Gold Monster 1000 metal detector. That would make a perfect Christmas gift for somebody. Not only that, but we're giving away bags and bags of pay dirt from the sump where that red worm lives. That stuff's just loaded with gold.
What is that?
Now, if you'd like to get in on getting some of these monster gold nuggets, all you gotta do is look for the little icon at the end of the video that looks something like that. Click on it, make a $10 pledge, and you're in like Flynn. And if you wanna see how my wife found that monster gold nugget, just watch this video right here, and I'll see you on the next video.